Disney Lorcana Wave 2 has arrived. These are the 2 starter decks for Rise of the Floodborn. Welcome back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we are going to be taking a look at the 2 newest starter decks for Disney Lorcana, and these are both in the Rise of the Floodborn line. I don't know if there's going to be additional packs in this line, or if these are going to be the only 2 starter packs, and then they'll have a Wave 3. But we've got our Amethyst and Steel deck here, which is Merlin and Tiana from Princess and the Frog, and then we have Gaston and the Queen from Snow White. So 2 enemies here in this one. So let's take a look at our Amethyst and Steel deck first, because this one is the most intriguing to me. So we have Merlin here, and his biggest thing is he is a shapeshifter. So he's going to be able to be, swapping himself out for other versions of Merlin quite easily. And this is, one of the standard foils that you are guaranteed to get in the pack. And then we have Tiana here. And this is, a version of Tiana I've never even seen, Celebrating Princess. But she now, you can see, has this resist keyword. So this is a new keyword, and it basically is like armor. It reduces the damage dealt to her by X amount. So keep that in mind, because there's going to be a lot of resist keywords in here, but we're also going to see some other stuff. So we've got, Chip the Teacup. He's just a nice little cheap card there. Then we have Dr. Facilier, so we're finally getting some more evasive cards in the Amethyst line. They were sorely lacking previously. We have Hey here with the ridiculous wings. This card just cracks me up. But the fact that it says he's back, and it basically comes back into your hand. So a cheap card that can keep coming back here. We have Cusco here. When he's banished, you draw a card. So just a good one to have out there. And then we have here, we're starting to see the other shapeshifter here, and that's Madame Mim. So if you're familiar with the Sword in the Stone movie, Madame Mim is, she's like the evil version of Merlin, and they get into this fight at the end of the movie, and they keep shape-shifting, and Merlin at the end ends up changing into a germ, and that's how he defeats her. But she has all of this, she's got Rush here, and then, we're going to start seeing cards that are going to have us return cards to our hand, like Madame Mim Snake. So when you play this character, banish her or return another chosen character to your hand. Same thing here, Chasing the Rabbit and Just What You Wait. So if you have a character out there who's got resist and they are holding on strong, but they're about to take their final punch, you can play some of these cards and get those cards back into your hand, and then be able to play them out later, and they're fully healed. So anything that returns back to your hand, all of the damage on it is wiped away. So here now we're seeing more versions of Merlin and Madame Mim come through. Merlin Goat. And so obviously you don't have to keep this deck this way, but this is the basis of this whole deck, is the whole Merlin and Madame Mim going back and forth. We have Merlin Squirrel, and then we get into some other cards here. So we've got a couple nice action cards here that goes along well with Elsa. So we've got some freeze cards. We see, I believe this is the first time we've seen Winnie the Pooh. So Winnie the Pooh, which allows you to exert someone else on the opposing side so you can take a shot at him. Here we have our first look at Beast. And then Benja from the Last Dragon, right? Yeah. What's the name of that movie? Taya and the Last Dragon or something like that. Cinderella here, a really cool take on Cinderella, Knight in Training. And so she's got the ability to draw a card. We have Big Daddy here, who's just a rather big fella. We have Hercules, hero in training, so nothing truly special about him, but he's a pretty cheap card. Kronk here, who's got now the resist keyword. So we're going to start seeing that more and more. We have Lawrence. Lilo, I really like this card art. Prince Eric, so he gets the additional stats when he's challenging. Prince Naveen, just a basic card. The Huntsman here. And then the Prince, who's the opposite of the Huntsman. He's got both resist and a bodyguard. And Tiana. So having this cheap Tiana will allow you to get the other Tiana out faster. Last Cannon from Mulan, and Mouse Armor, which is giving whoever you attach this to an additional resist. Okay, now we have the Amber and Sapphire deck, which features 2 villains on the cover and the 2 foils, but ironically enough, this deck is all about teamwork, and we'll get to that in a second. But this card just trips me out. Gaston, intellectual powerhouse. He is not known for being an intellectual powerhouse, if you've seen the movie. Expensive card, but it's got shift 4, so if you have other versions of Gaston out, you can get this out cheaper. But it's a 4/4 and 3 lore. Also, when you play him, you can look at the top cards of your deck. I just think it's really funny that they created like an intelligent Gaston. And then we have the Queen foil here. This one doesn't really foil that much. At least it wasn't to me, but it looked like it was doing better on camera. So we also have a shift here, and then she can basically do damage while she's questing, is how I'm reading that card. So here's some lesser versions of Gaston, but he comes in, he's a singer 5, so a 3 card that can play 5 cost songs. Makes sense. His songs in Beauty and the Beast are quite good. And now here we have the teamwork. So this Queen deck has, I believe, the entire 7 dwarves lineup here. And the more 7 dwarves you have out, the more boosts each other 7 dwarf is going to get. So we've got Dopey here. We got a couple Dopies. We have Doc. So all of these guys synergize together. We've got Bashful. We've got Grumpy here, who gives each other 7 dwarf, +1 attack. Oh, we got 3 Grumpies. We got Happy. Support character. Oh, that makes sense. 3 and 5. We've got Sleepy. I think we've gotten through most of them. Let's see here. Nope, Sneezy. 3 Sneezies, and then Snow White. So we literally have like the entire movie. Ironically enough, we have the 2 men, the Huntsman and the Prince in the other deck. So they were definitely feeling the Snow White in this deck. And then here we have lesser versions of the Queen. Super cheap to get out. Just a basic 2 and 2, but the whole point is to get her out, and then you can shift the other Queen in there. We have Christopher Robin, who gets more powerful the more characters he has with him. So, it makes sense. He loves all of his friends and everything else. We have the Grand Duke here. So he's basically boosting royalty. We have Le Feu, who coincides with Gaston well. And now here we get into our actions and songs cards. So here is Paint the Roses Red. This is a song. It's only a 2-cost song, so pretty cheap. Popsicle, this is from Zootopia. Jumbo Pop, and that's Redwood. That's just some funny lines. We watched that not too long ago with my kids. Gumbo Pot can take away some damage. Fang Crossbow. Oh, there's another Gumbo Pot. Launch. 4 dozen eggs. So here's a song that level 3 Gaston can sing right off the bat. Obviously, you would want him to be able to sing his own song. So here's another Winnie the Pooh, Storyborn Hero. And then we have the horse from Frozen 2. Philoctetes from Hercules, Owl from Winnie the Pooh, a couple owls, Judy Hopps from Zootopia, Hiram Flaversham. This guy is from the Mouse movie, The Great Mouse Detective. Yeah, he's the toy maker that they kidnapped. Cruella de Vil looking super chic. And then we have Belle, the inventive engineer, who is, you know, all of these Dreamborns here. Or no, that's the Storyborn versus Dreamborn. I can't remember what the difference is between those, but we've seen this card before, so it's interesting that this one popped into the deck. I didn't notice that before, but anyways, that's going to do it for our coverage of the two newest Floodborn starter decks. Again, we have, getting it into camera here, Amber and Sapphire, and Amethyst and Steel. So this is the Rise of the Floodborn. Hope you guys are enjoying Disney Lorcana. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.